will not put it down. Word around this town, my time is now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Everybody come on in. It's time for the Own Your Now show. And guess what? It is Wellness Monday. Not only is it Wellness Monday, it is also what? International Day of the Woman.
Yes.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, Lady Yo. How are you? Tell me, what is in your cup?
Lady, today I have some straight up black coffee because I wanted to be wide awake for this dynamic lineup we have. And I want to say happy International Day of the Woman, Tracie Berry McGee.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's something about being a woman. Like, we can be a wife and we could be a mother, we could be a sister, we could be a friend, but I am woman.
Yes. And you know what, Tracie? You set history, I want to say daily, because you are having an impact on the young ladies that will be our future. So you are a history maker. You are her story. I'm proud to call you friend.
Well, let me tell you something. You always say, let's just lean in. I couldn't be what I do without you. This is what sisterhood is about. We couldn't do what we do without our owners and everybody saying good morning to us. So, I want to thank everybody for everything. We've celebrated birthdays this weekend and we're going to keep it going. Everybody tell us, is your cups full or what? Because my cup is full. I don't know if you all can see, my cup says strong as a mother.
I love it. I love it.
So I do have my black coffee in my cup, but we have the tea today, y'all, because guess what? As you all tell us if your cups are full of what? Yes, we do have Jackie Joyner-Kersee is in the house today. Yes, this is all international, you all. We have a new French in the house, Dr. A New French.
Yes.
And we have internationally known Bisila Bokoko. Yes, BB makes it happen. Let me tell you all are going to find out so much. So even though we're drinking coffee, we're bringing the tea. Let's see who is in our chats this morning. I see Alex is with us. Good morning. Good morning, Melissa. What's in your cups? Are you all full or what? Did we not have a great weekend?
We had a fantastic weekend because we got to celebrate you all weekend, and we got to meet some friends of yours. Over on Friday, we got to meet your entire family, which was such a beautiful, beautiful experience. Tracie, how do you feel? You are in chapter 54, and I know a lot of people say, "Girl, don't say a woman's age, baby." We are proud.
Yes.
We are proud of every number, and thankful to God for every day that we are able to live this life. So tell us, Tracie, how you feeling at 54?
Well, you know what? It's just about walking in your purpose. That's something that I was listening to everyone. I take something from every guest. I'm so excited. Anu is a dreamer. You all will find all about that and how important that is for us. I love making my dreams a reality. Bisila talks about it as well. She talks about gratitude and how important it is for us to walk in that dream. And then Jackie has won the goals. She shows us what life looks like. To be able to not just be a part of history, a living legend, but also to give back. And that's what I think we do as women. We're constantly giving back. So I'm excited about everything that we do. And then to be here with you every single day. Okay.
Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Yes. So everybody's with us. Good morning, Nafisa, Terry. We got birthday shout outs because we got to keep it going. And everybody has got to know, you all have got to know that Jackie Joyner-Kersee's birthday, she's a Pisces as well.
Okay, it's still Pisces season. It's Pisces season. So you know what, Tracie, I do. And I have a lot of birthdays today. First and foremost, happy birthday to Milton Butler. He's in California. Vernon Frazier. David McNair. Brother, it's your birthday. He's out there in California also. Lynn Aldrich. She opened up a beauty school here in St. Louis. And Lakeisha Robinson's having a birthday. Calvin White wants to say happy birthday to his best friend, Dwight Truitt. David Hawkins, it's his son Josiah's birthday. Tamika McDowell, she said her daughter is 13. Her daughter's name is Micaiah. Tiffany Holmes wants to say, happy birthday, sweetie. That's her husband. Jerry Butler had a birthday. Tanya Webb, one of our owners, it's her granddaughter's birthday. Coco Webb, baby, she is turning 11 years old. Happy birthday, sweetie. And just in case they're watching, Happy birthday to Lester Holt. You know, he is a host of the news. Happy birthday to to Boris Kojo.
I love me some Boris. He is fine. He is.
Yeah, look at in my Lady Yo voice. Yes. And just in case she's watching, happy birthday, Wanda Sykes.
Wanda, I love me some Wanda. She is hilarious. You know
She
what?
is hilarious.
That's what this is all about. We constantly talk about birthday shout outs. If you guys have someone to celebrate, please put it in the chat. I see that Antoinette said that today we're celebrating her oldest daughter, Halo. So happy birthday to her. Anytime. We have to find reasons to celebrate in such a time as this. And so that's why I love it's International Day of the Woman. Like anytime it's something for us to celebrate and have I say celebration with a purpose.
Yes.
That's what's important. Celebrating with a purpose. So keep those coming. I want to go back to what we asked you all, what was in your cups. Laura says she was full of milk and she had some bacon and pancakes. So she has a full breakfast, huh?
And you know you love some pancakes, Tracie.
It's my favorite. It is definitely my favorite. So, Tracie says she's drinking water mango peach tea. So everybody's getting their drink on. Robert said he's drinking some cherry juice to reduce inflammation. So yes, we've got to take care of ourselves. And Renee says she's drinking some ginger tea. So we all getting it on. Everybody is making sure that they're taking care of their insides and their outsides.
Absolutely.
So today, you want to know what our Own Your Now affirmation word of the day is?
Tell me.
Everybody put it in the chat. Dream. Today's word is dream. And the reason why I chose dream is because when you think about I Define Me, the I Define Me movement, and how we empower girls to dream, it's also about women living that dream so we can show them what representation looks like. And all of our guests this whole month, but especially today, they have literally lived the dream and they're walking in their purpose. So this is our song for today. It is India Ari's song, and it's called I Am Light, because I just think that it's really important for us to see the value of being the light. Are you ready for your stretches?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's go. Everybody take some deep breaths.
I am light. I am light.
Let's go circle.
I am light. I am
Slowly.
light.
Either you're living the dream or you're being the light. Put light or dream in the chat.
I am light.
Reverse it, lady, yo.
I am light. I am light.
Let's reach for the sky.
I am not the things my family did.
Ooh.
I am not the voices.
I see you all. Hey, Bernice.
I am not the pieces
Laura.
of the broken.
Hey, are we stretching?
Stretch. I am light.
Yes.
Woo.
I am light.
Center yourselves. Bring it down.
I am light. I am light.
Stretch it out.
I feel you, sister.
Woo, I feel you.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That song, if you don't smile when you hear that song, baby, I mean, just thinking I am light, that means you're shining for the world to see. And you know, my favorite saying is, you know what? Thankful for the light that is shined on the path so that we can go along our journey. So I'm saying now, I am light.
I am light. I am light. Every single day, you have to find your light, especially in the midst of so much darkness in our world, that we have to be able to know what that looks like, to define our light. I'm saying that intentionally because I think we should define our light. Speaking of defining her light, let me tell you all, look, you all better start sharing right now because we got some people on today that's just going to uplift your spirits. So let's jump right in. Our first guest. Her name is Bisila Bokoko, but you can call her BB Knows Best. She is internationally known as a speaker, entrepreneur, a philanthropist. She actively supports female entrepreneurs in efforts to grow business from local to global. Not only that, she has a nonprofit that's committed to opening libraries throughout the continent. You all hear me? Not and in addition to that, this sister is just as beautiful on the inside as she is on the outside. She's been seen in the cover of Vogue, Black Enterprise, Harper's Bazaar, and Forbes. She is one of the most influential Spanish women in American business. Let me tell you something. She's a powerhouse. We're just going to bring her right on. You all can say BB's knows best, but you know what? She can tell you all the rest. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
You guys lift up my spirit so much. I love your energy. It's contagious. And I know today is going to be a great day just because you are with me here.
Oh, well, you know what? We are honored. When Tracie said, we're going to get her on, Bisila, we're going to get her on. I said, girl, are we going to be able to get her on? She said, yes. And when I saw you this morning, I was so very excited. So I know our owners, they want to know, what do you have in your cup that keeps you so beautiful and so energetic?
This morning, I have this cup made by a woman. It's a beautiful friend of mine.
Oh, look at
It's an
that.
artist, and I have to show you because she did this with her own hands, and I'm drinking Earl Grey tea this morning.
Okay, ladies, that
Because
Earl
here
Grey
in
tea.
Lent, I give up coffee for Lent, but
Okay.
I stick with the black tea.
That cup is absolutely beautiful. And you know, you just started it off. You support women.
Yes.
Tell us what it means to you to be a woman during this time.
Well, I think it's a very exciting time to be women because through history, women, we were not really supporting each other because our only way to really shine in society was through men. But at this time and age, it's completely different. We are able to shine our own light in the world by ourselves. But what is more important is to do it together.
Yes.
So this togetherness that we have in, I think is great. And also we always have to lift up other women. So that's been my mission. And it's something that I think that every woman, we need to really put the stairs for another woman go up with us.
I love it.
You know, it's something about when you say we have to make sure that we create this space to really empower all women. You talked about what it means to manifest a dream and how things shifted from you. And I really focused on that light because you said I went from this dark space in my soul to this light that shined bright. And you talked about the tools that it takes to manifest. Talk to us about that because the first thing that you said was clarity. And I'm like, that's so crucial. Talk to us about that.
Well, I think that we all been in times in our lives that everything looks darkness. Now, I call it the darkness when you are in this really cave where you don't see light. And in my case, it was many things happen at the same time. I lost my job, family issues, many things happening at the same time. And sometimes you are like, wow, what am I going to do, right? And for me, it was the power of gratitude what changed my life. I got a book called The Magic, and it has the magic of the book is this not about the magic. It's about whole gratitude.
Right.
So I did all these exercises through a whole year, and I started to manifest exactly my dreams. And I think also that it's important to have clarity because if you try to catch two rabbits at the same time, you catch any. So sometimes we are in doubt and we are already in doubt. I want this, but I want this. I want this, but maybe this. And what happens is that if we don't achieve what we want, we change completely the dream because we're thinking, I'm not going to get this.
Yes.
So I think it's important to stay on course, to know this is my dream and this is where I'm going to go. And it doesn't matter how much fear it takes me. It doesn't matter how much pain it takes me. I'm going to get there. And then things start to shift because you are committed to your dream. And you don't give up.
Clarity and commitment. And you said a word, you vibrate. People vibrate in certain areas in your life. And if you put energy into the negative, you're going to get a negative outcome. So I like the fact that you say vibrate in the positive. I love it. And girl, give it to them. I love those photos.
You know, this is what speaks to me most, that you have so many different, I showed the hat, you have so many different hats you wear as a philanthropist, an entrepreneur, a strong businesswoman globally. What does that look like to be able to give back from an international space? Because, and she also, you know how we feel about wines. She also is the face of the wines. So talk to us about what representation looks like.
I mean, you know what? They started with the wine. It was because my first trip in Africa, always they give us very bad wine. And I was thinking, why you bring to Africa all these wines that nobody will drink in Europe? So I better do my own wine. So my brother and I, we created a wine brand, and we started in Spain because that's the country that I was born. But I wanted to also to shift a little bit the narrative that Africans were not able to make something that it's in quality. And this is the reason why I started with wines. And the philanthropy came a little bit as a result of that too, because I was born in Spain, a country that was not Black people. Okay. In the 70s, and being the only kid in the school, in the university, and always trying to justify why I was born in Spain. If somebody asked me, where are you from? This was, and it still is, the most difficult question for me to ask, because then I have to explain, yes, I'm Spanish, but African and American, everything together. I'm a cocktail. So it's interesting. But I said, what is the reason that I'm different from my brothers and sisters in Africa? It was education. So that's the reason why I make a commitment to really put libraries in Africa. And that's when my work started 10 years ago. And we have 5 libraries right now. We were planning to have one in Senegal last April, but with the situation, we were not able to do it, but we will do it next year. I hope so. And by the grace of God, we will keep going.
You will. You will. You know, Tracie always talks about the library that was part of her upbringing. I had a very small library where I grew up, and it's just amazing how your mind can travel when you read books, and it can open up so much for everyone, especially for children. So thank you so much for making the libraries important, because, you know, back in the day, everyone had a library card. Everyone had one. Yes. And boy, when you went to the library, you came out with that stacks of books. I remember I used to just have books under my arms. I was so proud to have all those books and reading all those books. So I'm loving that you're bringing it back around and that you're making libraries a highlight. Thank you so much.
You know, that's something that we constantly talk about. The biggest piece for me going into the library, because I didn't have models of what this looked like. I think this is why the I Define Me movement is so important, that we have models of what representation looks like. But me being able to pick up a book by Nikki Giovanni or, you know, Maya Angelou, and really, Jackie Joyner-Kersee, like, and say, yes, because of them, I can do this. I can win this race. Yeah. But I also want to talk to you about when I picked up the Vogue, of course, being on the cover of Vogue, representation matters. How did that experience feel for you?
Well, it was overwhelming because it was last June, Vogue contacted me and they said, well, we want to make a feature about women in businesses and we want to feature you. And I was surprised because, of course, Vogue called you. And it was before the whole situation started. And this was in Europe. And it was interesting because I make the photo shoot in July. It was my worst moment to make a photo shoot because I put so much weight, COVID weight on, and I was not feeling my best. But I said, I must do it because it's not about me. I mean, it's about many women that also will feel related to that. It doesn't matter what size you are and if you feel good or bad, it's okay. I mean, you just have to do it. So I did the photo shoot in July, and then 2 days before 24 hours before the magazine was in the stands, they told me that I was in the cover. And I was like, how did this happen? Because I was only inside of the issue. And they said the editors decided that it was, they left the pictures and they decided to put me in the cover. Maybe it's a result of all of this movement, the Black Lives Matter movement, but I did not mind because I said, you know, it's about time that we are represented.
Yes, to all of it, yes.
And this in Spain was a huge issue because, I mean, we have so much invisibility that for a lot of Black people in Spain was like, wow, something is changing. The narrative is changing. And it was an inspiration for a lot of people to really realize that anybody could also be in the cover of Vogue. It's not only about me. So for me, it was this, that I was just carrying a message. I'm only a messenger. That's it.
Well,
Well,
thank you
you
for
know what?
sharing the message.
One
Yes.
of the things that we always say is you weren't just carrying the message, you carried the message and you did it well. And we thank you so much for it. We thank you for all the things that you're doing. You're definitely pouring into our cups. And I said local, nationally, and globally. But we got one more question we got to ask, right, Lady O?
Yes, ma'am. Please tell us your affirmation word.
My affirmation word is I'm enough. It's one of the things that I keep saying to myself because sometimes women, particularly Black women, sometimes society doesn't make us feel enough. We
Yes.
always have to prove ourselves double, triple. So that's why it's one of the affirmations that I keep saying all the time. I am enough.
All right. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And we thank you for taking out the time. She told us, everyone, she's actually, are you in New York? Where are you right
I'm
now?
in New York. I haven't left New York since March, which is weird because I love the kerosene smell of airplanes because I'm always in the airplane.
Well, you know what? And she was on with in South Africa before she came on our show. So we are just thankful, as I said, that you took the time to share with our owners because, we love our owners and they deserve to hear women like you tell them they are enough.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, ladies. It's a pleasure. And I hope that very soon we will be able to give us a hug. That
Yes.
will make me happy.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for having me. And happy Women's Day to all of these amazing women around the world.
Absolutely. Voila!
Wow, her energy is amazing. Her story is amazing. Her information is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, take a moment and hit the share button. Tell somebody, call them on the phone and say, jump on Facebook on the Own Your Now show because we're about to deliver. We have delivered. We're about to deliver some women that are dynamic that you will get a chance to ask questions to. This is your chance.
Yes, it is. And not only that, if you're ready to share, because Jackie Joyner-Kersee is about to come on, you can share right now. And if you're ready to take care of yourself, you can definitely say I am enough because you are. And we need to make sure that we say that to ourselves on a regular basis. I am enough, especially in a world that's constantly trying to define us.
Absolutely,
You
absolutely.
know?
Well, you know what? This next lady is truly my friend because
Mhm.
when you call your girlfriend and they have 1,000 things to do but they stop and they say yes. This lady has said yes every single time and she has showed us what it is to live the dream. Jackie Joyner-Kersee is an American retired track and field athlete ranked among all-time greatest athletes in the heptathlon as well as the long jump. She won 3 gold, 1 silver, and 2 bronze Olympic medals in those 2 events at 4 different Olympic Games. I love Jackie because she she stays in our community, and she has built the Jackie Joyner-Kersee Foundation. And let me tell you what, she is over there doing the work. She is ours. She is ours. Good morning, Jackie. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
My kids say, "Mom, you just smile." She just makes me smile. When you see Jackie, her spirit, her smile, and the fact that she is ours, that we can actually call her, touch her, go see her, support her, it's just amazing. So you know what, Jackie, I'm gonna stop talking. Tracie, ask her the magic question.
I'm just thinking when you say she is Irish, she really is. And when everybody says the JJK. If you all don't know who the JJK, you must be sleeping. Wake up because the dream is here. The legend is here. Tell us, sister, friend, what is in your cup?
What's in my cup is water.
Oh, there
Usually
she
I have
goes.
some tea, but the water is good.
Water is good all day,
Yes.
every day.
And I have my affirmation as well. But anyway.
We're here for it all, girl. We are here for it all. So now
Yes.
you are. I know people say, "Oh, she did the long jump. She did the gold medal, silver." But you are a woman. Talk to us about how it feels to be a woman and the empowerment that you have with your God-given talents.
I just want to say happy International Women's Day. it's an honor, to celebrate women all across this world for myself to be uh, in this position, and when you talk about being a woman, having my mother as my role model and many more, but the what we give, we give so much and just trying to not only make a difference in our lives, but a difference in the lives that we are surrounded by. And so
Yes.
for me to be in that position, I am so blessed, to be able to one, be a leader both on and off the field,
Yes.
be a woman of empathy, but a woman with compassion, but also understanding, and hopefully give guidance, because all of those things were given to me.
Oh,
Absolutely. Absolutely. When I think about you, I think about the first. And Kamala's vice president, Madam Kamala, talked about, I may be the first, but I won't be the last. But you set the tone. And that's something to celebrate. You were the first African American woman to win the gold in the long jump, the first to win
yes.
consecutive gold medals, like the first. How does that feel? Because when you're the first, it's something like no one has ever done this before.
And no one else can ever be the first in that again.
I think that when you're in it, you don't even think about it because it's a part
Mm.
of the process. You know, uh, Believing in myself, believing in my team, and getting out there and executing. But then you realize that it's something people are not accustomed to. So, and when I say
Ooh.
not accustomed to it, because the multi events was an event that I didn't see many women that looked like me as a youngster doing that event, and I wasn't good in all 70 events, but I I, I wanted to meet the challenge, because when I was born, my grandmother wrote on the back of my picture that I would be the first of something someday. We didn't know what it
Yes.
was going to be,
Yes.
you
Better
Grandma
know.
say.
knew.
And so to be in that position, and yes, you don't want it, to be what you call it, abnormal, but
Yes.
Right.
be able to set a tone that people can, I always say, I believe in people making their own imprints, not following in my footprints, but making
Yes.
their own imprints, because that to me distinguish you from being a great leader. You can learn from someone. So being
Yes.
able to do what I was able to do athletically, but also I would like to encourage more young girls to want to do the multi events. Everybody want to be the sprinter, everybody want to do the jumper, but not a lot of us want to do the 7 different disciplines.
Yes.
So
Well,
I am.
Jackie, I have a secret. I ran track, girl, back in the day. I know Ozzy will make you believe I did not. Girl, I loved it. I mean, just seeing what you were doing, it was just amazing for me to be a little farmer's daughter sitting here talking to you today. It's just wonderful. And one thing, everyone talks about the gold medal she won. Jackie's heart is golden.
Oh,
Yes, it
Her
thank
is.
you.
heart is golden. You've come back, you've not come back, you've stayed, and now you've created the JJK Center. What made you say, I, Jackie Joyner-Kersee, can build and they will come?
You know what? Thinking about the JJK Center, growing up in East St. Louis, going through a community center, the impact it had on my life. And so some of my most difficult times when I was a freshman at UCLA, losing my mom, being diagnosed as an asthmatic. So one place I want to come where I can find love was at the community center I grew up in. But
Okay.
unbeknownst to me, that center was shut down. So then I just started thinking, where do the young people go? And
Mhm.
that's how I was, 18, 19 years of age, saying that, one day I want to come back and build a center. Now I didn't know it'd take money to do all that, but I learned, and eventually, was able to build the Jackie Joyner-Kersee Center that opened in
Amen.
2000, and being able to service young people and families, and uh, transportation, from after school program, computer
Mhm.
lab, do agriculture, life skills, the JJK Winning in Life
Right.
curriculum with the 14 different principles. So it is my hope and that this will outlive me, but the seeds
Absolutely.
that we have planted will continue
Yes.
to flourish and grow as long as we continue to nurture it.
Now you said you built it in 2000.
Yes.
Girl,
Yeah.
don't just say
Yeah.
in 2000. This is 2021. You are the GOAT. You are the
GOAT.
GOAT. Greatest of all time.
You know, Yolanda, I was just thinking, I remember, you know, I was watching some footage and you talked about this pivot that we had to make because you have these huge celebrations. And last year was your 20th year. You know, Sister Keeper, our I Define Me movement is 18, but you all turned 20.
Yes.
This year you turned 21. So y'all grown. And, and literally you said, I know that we can't be together physically, but spiritually, we have to make sure we continue to uplift our children. You also talk about the mission for JJ. Okay, dream, drive, determination necessary to succeed academically, athletically, but really truly empowering every child, every youth to win in life. Speak to everyone about the winning in life.
Yes, so the winning in life, our curriculum is based off of my autobiography called A Kind of Grace. And we've taken those 14 principles, pull 14 principles out of there, dealing with confidence, wellness, you know, courage, self-respect, risk-taking, values, you know, and it's so many, determination and grit. Because this was my life. And to have a Dr. Amanda Standing who put it together and it's evidence-based. And my goal is to not only just have it at the JJK Center, that this is throughout schools, nationally, and I want to make it internationally.
All right.
Because I do believe that what we are teaching is character and leadership, with movement being a part of it, you know, and being inclusive. So to me, it's very important. It's something that, as I talk about, you know, when young kids come to me and talking about, I'm in their social studies book or a history book. Yes, I want winning in life. Jackie Joyner-Kersee, winning in life, be a part of our vocabulary, understanding what it means, you know, from the physical and mental aspect of it, but more importantly, how we can help young people and just people in general be the best that they can be. Because sometimes people get stuck on the winning. It's not so much about the winning, it's understanding the process and what it takes to become a winner in life, both on and off the field. And these principles will, you know, help you, I believe, help you to do that.
They will.
They will. They will. Wow, I'm taken back because you spoke. I'm all on my sister up here because she's your friend, so she just sit and talk to you all the time. But you just said something that was an exclusive. You know, when in speaking to Bisila, she talked about her global moment, her global movement of the libraries that she's literally building in the different continents. But for us, it's all about putting that journal in a girl's hand and her realizing that academic excellence, all of those tie in together. So I heard you, and you know, I see Robert, one of our owners, put it down there. It's got to be global. You know, this is one of the things that we do together. So we're looking forward to what that journey is all about. The global moment. Now,
yes, you know what? And I'm sure if we connect her with Bisila, she already has the library. She's building them. So I think we are about to make an owner moment connection. That's what we're about, Tracie.
Yes, yes. Not only that, she said schools. You know, we are in schools. We're all over the country. So we got to do this thing. Look, this is what sisterhood is all about. Y'all get me? Look, what is in your cup? What's in your cup? What was your affirmation word of the day? You have affirmations. I am blessed. Behind you, I see it. But what?
So, in my cup, I can do all things possible. Well, all things are possible to those who believe. And that's what I believe, you know.
Yes.
When we talk about global and all of this, no, I just couldn't believe it as an athlete. I got to believe it now with my afterlife of being in athletics. Connected.
Okay.
Yes, that is the tea. Hey, we got to sip on that. You have to believe. And you know, speaking of, wait a minute, my birthday sister, because she's like, look, this is the next life. We got another 50 something to go. This is what it's all about. What did you do to celebrate your birthday?
You know, I didn't do much, but the young people at my center had a big celebration. You know, they lined up or sat in our bleachers in my world record number 7291, and we all just did exercise because they know I love to exercise and turn the slides into an exercise. Had the kids out there working out, and they were just having fun, but they didn't realize they were working out. You know, but we were getting it in, and then just dinner. And you know, I'm so blessed and so grateful,
Yes.
you know, and to be able to, you know, uh Tracie, we talk about 54 chapters, so I'm 59 chapters. So hey, yeah.
All
Hey,
right.
girl, you look good. You look good. Look
Keep
at her
turning the
skin.
pages.
She looks fabulous, honey. Show us
Yeah.
how to do it. We are following in your footsteps. We are walking with you, alongside you. And we're just so glad that in this journey, on this day, that you came to celebrate with us. And I heard a little birdie tell me that the kids at the JJK Center, they challenge you to a race every now and
All the
then.
time, all the time. And you know what I tell them? I say, you know what? I believe in preparation. You plan, and then we will execute. So I'm not finna get out here and run because you want me to run and then pull a muscle. But anyway, I'll tell them that part. But
I love it. I love it.
Love
I
it.
love it.
Well, thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.
thank
We'll see
you.
you soon
Thank
because we
you.
got more chapters. We got chapters to complete.
Yes,
Yes.
go ahead.
And libraries to get these books in
Yes.
globally.
Yeah.
Woo, global, global, global. Wow. We have
So
been
exciting.
jamming, y'all. Let me tell you that it just keeps going. When we say we got guests, our sisters, our friends have really rocked this party
Yes.
today. And we want to continue rocking. Let me tell you, if you all think that you are enough and that we've had enough, we still got some more tea. And we have exclusive at the end, y'all. We have an exclusive at
Yes.
the end. So you all need to start sharing right now for International Day of the Woman. So,
Yes.
are we ready for our next guest?
We are ready for our next guest. You know we are.
Okay, so let me just come up a little bit closer. So I call her my sister friend. She was the one of our panelists for International Day of the Girl, and now she's coming back for International Day of the Woman. I'm talking about Dr. Anu French. She's a fellow of the American Academy of Pediatrics, double board certified in pediatrics and integrative medicine. She's been practicing for over 25 years, and she's right here in our own hometown.
She's ours.
She's ours. She's
She's
ours.
ours.
She's all about wellness, promoting health in the underserved, all about equity, making sure that you integrate a network of building resiliency. But she's also an artist. Okay, she has a children's book called "I Am You, You Are Me." She has a line of "I Am" healing art apparel. Like, she's all about affirmations. And you know what? We're just gonna bring her up because when I tell you all, she is all that. With, I don't know if you have coffee or tea in your cup, but she is Dr. Anu French. Everybody say, I am. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning,
Hello.
sister.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for that lovely introduction.
Well, it was all the truth. And you know, look, today, I keep saying they're ours. They are ours. I just love it. So, you know, everyone wants to know, all the owners want to know, what's in your cup?
Oh, my cup. Well, I am a tea drinker. I love tea. So this morning I've got ginger tea and let me do that properly. Ginger tea and
There you go.
chai.
Okay.
All the spices, yes.
All your
Is
spices.
that one of your cups?
Well, this is just a cup that I made, when I first started painting the lotus, really important, the national flower of India, but also the symbolism of it, right? It's no mud, no lotus. The lotus is always reaching for the light.
Yeah.
So, that's been a huge theme in my life. Always reaching for the light, coming out of the chaos and the and all the mud. So that was one of the first paintings, and then sort of everything came from there. So
beautiful, beautiful.
Well, it's something you talk about, a new wellness. When you talk about integrative medicine and all that you're doing with our children, I know we're in the midst of a pandemic, so you're doing telehealth. You're able to really get that equity out here. But tell us about a new wellness.
Yeah, so I think that came, I think that COVID really threw me for a loop. I mean, in January of 2020, I thought I had my life, under some control. I thought, well, I'm pretty resilient. I got a good balance going here. And then March came and I was just, for 6 months, it was rough. My health suffered, just stress, and gained a lot of weight. And I realized that I have to come up with kind of a new wellness, like something that I have to apply every day in my life, like not just going away for a retreat or escaping. Like I couldn't do all the usual things. I couldn't go to the gym, I couldn't go to yoga, I couldn't go for manicure, pedicure, massage. Everything
Yes,
stopped.
we just yeah.
And so I was like, well, how do I actually bring resilience on a day-to-day basis, like every moment being present and every moment being a healing opportunity? So that's really kind of where the new wellness sort of came from. So
well, during this time, what does it mean to you to be a woman? How does it feel? What do you say about being a woman?
I was looking, I love this International Women's Day, obviously, because it's celebrated with such great pomp around the world. And I was noticing that the 2021, the theme is challenge, choose to challenge. And was because they said a challenged world is an alert world.
Yes.
And only in an alert world do you see change, and so for me, I think that's the thing. I think as an immigrant and as a woman of color, I never spoke up for a lot of years. I was scared. I didn't want to do anything that might offend anybody or
right.
And nowadays my whole thing is like, I want to challenge. And I have two beautiful Indian American daughters, and to be a woman, I think is to walk my life in a way that they're watching. They don't listen, but they're watching. And I want them to see that you can walk confidently in this world.
Yes.
And you can be in two different cultures, and you can be in two different sort of places, but you can bring everything together. So I think just the integration is a huge piece of who I am and who I feel I am as a woman, so.
Yes. Well, speaking of challenge, everybody, please share. Choosing to challenge. She took the I Define Me challenge with us. And we want to show you all what this looks like. So if everybody shares right now, we're about to just give you a quick exclusive of what that I Define Me challenge looks like. And of course, you guys can definitely put I Define Me in honor of International Day of the Girl. Put that in the chat right now as we bring up what this movement looks like.
We're going to give them a little snippet.
We'll give them a little snippet, and then we'll come back at the end, because that's what this is what this journey is all about, right?
It is. Yes. It was a beautiful challenge.
I define me.
Hi, I'm Anu French, and I define me. I'm a mother, a doctor, a woman of color, an immigrant. I'm an artist, a musician, an advocate for children. And my dream is to create healthier communities through healthy children. Happy Women's History Month.
Hey y'all, I'm Anye and I define me.
My name is Darlicia Lindsay and I define me.
I am Angela Lewis and I define me.
I am Angel Magatano and I define me.
I am Joni Ward and I define me.
I define me.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever or wherever you happen to be listening. This is your girl, Aziza Binti, live and in full effect. Generation Z's favorite coach, documentary filmmaker, podcaster, photographer, and all things dopeness. But most importantly, I define me.
We're going to stop it right there because we'll have to come back. But boy, do you all know This is what it's all about. You keep putting that in the chat. How does it feel? Because that was so exciting. Over 90 women are in that, and you'll see women from all over the world.
You'll see women locally, internationally, and globally. So don't, at the end of this show, don't click off, because you might see some people you know. Because I define me.
Yes, we'll have to keep that going. Tell us, because when you talk about all the things that how important representation matters in your field, as well as a woman and an immigrant, having daughters, you know, defining these moments, talk to us about what that looks like for you.
Yeah, I think, you know, just, you know, in the field of medicine, you know, medicine, very patriarchal, you know, a lot of structural racism, innate racism in medicine. So I think a lot of women these days are speaking up to find their place, their role in medicine. And I think also just healthcare inequity. I mean, communities of color and COVID really, like, it really shone a light on that, right? On that inequity. And I think also just a lot of attention being given to maternal mortality, especially after childbirth.
Yes.
And so I think, you know, I'm part of a wonderful organization called Integrative Medicine for the Underserved. I am for us. They're amazing intersectional and multidisciplinary group across the country, nationally. They're doing wonderful work with really bringing, you know, healthcare, making it accessible, affordable, and also trying to balance out some of these inequities that we see. You know,
Got it. Well, you also have you just started a newsletter so that we can all be a part of it and continue to stay connected to you. Because everybody can't get her as a pediatrician. I'm sorry, y'all. She's a busy woman, but everybody can get her art. They can purchase her book, and they can also get the newsletter. Tell everybody how they can reach out and get your information.
Sure. Yeah. So the new wellness, the website is anufrench.com. And I just sent out my first newsletter, and my hope is that, you know, if you sign up for the newsletter, every month I want to share resources that will be helpful in bringing wellness. And you know, if you sign up, you also get, I do have sound healing music has been hugely important in my healing journey. You know, I overcame chronic fatigue syndrome, you know, fibromyalgia, migraines. Just, I mean, I had all these labels put on me many years ago. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I was kind of professionally and personally burned out. And that's kind of why I reached out to integrative medicine and found this fellowship incredible through Dr. Andrew Weil Center, and just changed my whole life. I mean, I kind of got introduced to this global community of healers and seekers and pioneers and believers and people who wanted to do things differently. And you know, in the beginning, I didn't even really know if I was going to practice this. You know, I just wanted to get my life and my health under control. But, you know, word of mouth, everybody is looking for a way to turn on that innate ability to heal. It's in us all. And I just love, like, this whole show. I mean, it was just wonderful to follow two dynamic women. My goodness, what good they're doing in this world. Bisila and Jackie, God, love the energy. And just the I am, you know, how we started with I am light, and then just the I am affirmations, which is, that's the basis of the art that kind of brought me back from the brink of burnout, is just painting to stay sane myself. And, you know, so I think that's really the most important thing, is just the trying to share these resources, which have helped me so much, and I think are helping families also in my practice. But like you said, it's just hard for one person. There's a healing moment, there's a healing encounter when you're in an office with a family. But you know, I have to find balance in my own life.
Yes, that's right.
My daughters, my health. And so this is that was kind of launching this website and also the newsletter and just all the resources on it, you know, just to be able to send it to a wider, you know, audience, and just learning also in the process, because when you teach, you learn, you know.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Well, everybody get that newsletter, go sign up, and we definitely are excited about all the things that you give back to the community, from International Day of the Girl to the women to all of our children. What's that question?
What is your affirmation word?
Gosh, I have so many. Well, I would say I am resilient. I am resilient, because I think building intergenerational resilience is my thing. I mean, we have to make children resilient, but we have to make caretakers resilient. And we know from all this research on trauma in children, you know, how it causes chronic disease. If a child has, and this is the wonderful work you are doing, if a child has one consistent adult in their life, it doesn't have to be the parent, it can be anybody, it could be a teacher, and it could be a PE teacher, it could be somebody who comes into the school and gives a talk. I mean, somebody who is there consistently for them can reverse all of that inflammation that trauma causes in the body. That's just, to me, powerful, so I am resilient. For me, is resilience is the message I want to give everybody. Everybody has the potential to be resilient. It is not something you're born with, it's something that you're taught. You can be taught and you can learn, and that's the day-to-day, the small self-care things that keep you resilient. So
love it.
Love it. We're like, love it.
Yes.
I am. Okay, everybody, put your I am affirmations in. I am resilient. Yes, you are. Everything that you do is so important. I know you have a really busy schedule. You have a really busy schedule. That's what that coffee does for you. A very busy schedule, but you said yes to us, and you always say yes. Happy International Day of the Woman. We're going to keep showing that. Well, maybe it'll go viral and everybody will see what it looks like to dream out loud and live the dream, especially a woman such as yourself. So thank you, sister.
Thank you for having me, and Tracy and Yolanda, thank you for the good work that you're doing. It's just so powerful what inspires me is other strong women. Like, I may not be doing the work you're doing or inspired by, the work or the passions that you're doing, but your passion inspires my passion. And if we can all lift each other up that way, every strong woman looking at another strong woman's passion, and they're like, I just listening to Bisila and Jackie this morning, I'm like, oh, I have all these new ideas. It's wonderful, right? So that, thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it so much. Thank
you. She's right. It does inspire us. That energy others doing the good work. It's like, this is a we thing. This is an international thing, right? If there's anything out there in the universe, it would be that. Watch what international looks like for us in the Own Your Now show in 2021. You guys just watch. Watch and see. I
am excited.
So everybody's dropping their affirmation words. As they drop their affirmation words, I want to go back to our historical I Define Me Women's History video montage. But look at these words. Lady Yo.
Yes.
Show today.
It was exciting. And, it was just full of energy. And we are showing people what it looks like to be a woman.
Yes, we surely are. We surely are. So I'm gonna you know what? Keep putting your affirmation words in. Also keep putting I Define Me. And I'm gonna drop and show the rest of our video because it is something to see, and I'm loving every part of it. So everybody put in the chats. I define me. This is what women's history looks like.
My name is Candace Wakefield, and I define me.
I am Angie, and I define me.
This is Lily St. Christopher of the College Bound Village. Let's get this money for college, and I define me.
I am Tina France, and I define me.
Hello, I am Yanitra Briggs, and I define me.
Hi, my name is Precious, and I define me.
Hi, I'm Donna Gillespie, and I define me.
I'm Tracy, and I define me.
I am Dawana, and I define me.
Hi, my name is Reba Rice Portwood, and I define me.
My name is Kristen Harris, and I define me.
Right, Kristen?
I am Latasha Carter, and I define me.
Hi, my name is Christina, and I define me.
I am Yolanda Langford, and I define me.
I'm Rita Langford, and I define me.
Only one person gets to do this. And guess what? It doesn't matter if someone wastes their time judging me, or perhaps they even humble me by singing my praises. Make no mistake about it. I am the only one who gets to do this. I may fail and have to get back up again, I might even change my mind, have to redirect my course or adjust my goals. But let me be perfectly clear. I define me. Okay?
I'm Olivia Ray, and I define me.
I am Monica Cherry, and I define me.
Hey, it's Rhonda, and I define me.
I am Tirza Williams, and I define me.
I'm Tracie Williams, and I define me.
Hey y'all, I'm Tracy Lynn, and I define me.
I am Cherie Williams Rowe, and I define me.
I'm Keely Wickersham, and I define me.
Hi, I'm Candace Moore, and I define me.
Hi, I'm Justice Key, and I define me.
I am Shalonda Mitchell, and I define me.
Yes. I'm Sharice Hilario, and I define me.
Hello, I am Sheila Forrest, and I define me.
I'm Montrese, and I define me.
I'm Elisa McGillberry, and I define me.
I am Buffy Dillon, and I define me.
Hi, my name is Phyllis, and I love the outdoors. This is how I define me.
I define me.
My name is Regina Allen, and I define me.
My name is Helen Edwards, and I define me.
My name is Joy Edwards, and I define me.
Hello, my name is Lily Franks, and I define me.
My name is Shameen Clark Hubbard, and I define me.
Hi, my name is Cynthia Spires, and I define me.
My name is Yolanda Nevels, and I define me.
Hello, I am Dr. Melissa Nolan Chester, and I define me.
Hello, I am Sharma, and I define me.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cheryl Walker. This is Women's History Month, and I define me.
Hey, it's me, Natalie, and I define me.
I love it.
I'm Corrine Stoops, and I define me.
Yes!
Toretta Robinson, I define me.
I'm Sharita Williams, and I define me.
Hi, I am Janicia Burns, and I define me.
I am Kalia Benson, and I define me.
Hey, ladies. My name is Adrienne, and I define me.
I am Eliani Campbell, and I define me.
My name is Allison. I define me.
My name is Kristen, and I define me.
I define me.
My name is Devonna Moore, and I define me.
Hi, I'm Kim, and I define me.
I am Jamie, and I define me.
My name is Bria McGee, and I define me.
Hi, I'm Lynn Friend, and I define me.
Hey, I am Christina, and I define me.
I am Dr. Kenidra Ogunaki, and I define me.
Hi, my name is Nicole Reed Hutcherson Adewale, and I define me.
I am Mina DeRay, and I define me.
Hi, my name is Candace Cox, and I define me.
I am Patrice DeLane, and I define me.
I am Tamira Williams, and I define me.
Hi, I'm Stacey Berry, and I define me.
I'm Amy, and I define me.
Hi, I'm Deborah Anderson, and I define me.
Hi, I'm Ari Henderson, and I define me.
I am Tiana Grant, and I define me.
Hi, it's Tracy, and I define me.
I am Crystal, and I define me.
I am the Felicia Ezel Gillespie, and I define me.
I'm Tina Grimes, and I define me.
I'm Sarah Smith, and I define me.
I'm Veda Smith, and I define me.
I love it.
Wow, wow, wow. That was awesome.
That was beautiful. Hey, everyone, hashtag I define me. If you know some women that you want to include in this journey, make your video, drop it on my page, drop it on Tracie's page, drop it on the Own Your Now show page, and we are going to include all the women. And let me tell you something, we have some other places we're going to show it. You can become history.
Yes, yes, it's so important. Just and if you all don't know about the I Define Me movement, you can definitely go to I Define Me movement on Facebook. It's on Facebook, it's on Instagram, but the I Define Me movement is about us empowering girls to become I Define Me women, and that's something that we all have been able to do thus far, and that we all will continue to do. Yes. We have had some amazing guests, haven't we, today?
Yes. I'm just tickled. You see, I just keep laughing and smiling, and because it is so important. And I'm just thankful to God that He has used Tracie, you and I, to be a vehicle, because it's just amazing. And to get up every morning to know you're going to give some positive vibes, vibrant vibes to the world.
Vibrant vibes. That's what it's all about, and that's what we will continue to do. And so, you know what? There's I can use all these words and pull them together because it's what's inside of me. And like she said, it's bigger than me. We love to teach, but we also love to share. That's what we're doing every day, Monday through Friday, inspiring, uplifting, and empowering. Tomorrow, we will be a part of the Cup. Shameen will be with us, and we have some amazing guests. But until tomorrow, what we need you to know is yes, 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 I am enough. And when I know that I am enough and I believe in myself, I know that I am resilient. And when I believe this, then I know that all things are possible. So we have to continue to say, I define me throughout the day. Look in the mirror, but also know the value of believing. When you believe in the dream, then you can make these things happen. But consistency is key. This is how we become champions of the things that we do. We have to say to ourselves, I am determined. We have to strive and understand that when we see that inside of us, we see that we are resourceful. But we also have to remember, I am loved. I am determined. And this is where passion turns into purpose. And this is where we realize the value of dedication, and we can continue to evolve. So I hope that you all were inspired, and that you see how instrumental we all are in this process of uplifting one another. Today was pure excitement for me as well as for you. Yes, everybody say, I define me, I define me, I define me. But most importantly, realize that this is definitely a God thing. And when you know that the Own Your Now show is all about the International Day of the Woman, we are about uplifting everyone locally, nationally, and globally. So until we see you tomorrow, please remember, everybody, wear your mask. Everybody, wear your mask. If you decide to go outside, please, please, please wear your mask, because the things are shifting and we got to take care of ourselves. Yes, if you decide to stay inside, you can just keep sipping and shelter in place. And you know what? We'll see you all same time and same space on the Own Your Now show. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Bisila Bokoko. Thank you, Jackie Joyner-Kersee, and Dr. Anu French. Everybody, keep celebrating and go watch the video and share. Share.
Yes.
Lady Yo, I'm celebrating you today as well. Strong as a mother. That's what you are. And I love you, my sister, friend, auntie, all that. Take care.